In this video lecture, we shall learn the topic linear transformation. Now let us see what is linear transformation. A transformation or mapping T from V to R defined by T of U plus V equal to T of U plus T of V for all uv in the domain of T. For all uv belongs to V. And second condition, T of C into U equal to C into T of U for all U and for all scalars C. If these two conditions are satisfied, then we say that T is a linear transformation, or in other words, T of C1U plus C2V equal to C1 into T of U plus C2 into T of V for all UV belongs to V and C1, C2 belongs to R. Then we say that T is a linear transformation. To understand this linear transformation, we will solve few problems. First question is, question number 1, let D be a differential mapping from Pn to Pn minus 1, where Pn is the set of all polynomials of degree n and Pn minus 1 is a set of all polynomials of degree n minus 1. D is defined by D is a mapping from Pn to Pn minus 1 such that D of V equal to D by dt of V. Then prove that D is a linear transformation. Here the transformation is defined from Pn to Pn minus 1. Pn is a set of all polynomials of degree n and Pn minus 1 is a set of all polynomials of degree n minus 1. D of V is D by dt of V. So now we shall verify the two conditions for linear transformation. We take U and V belongs to Pn. Take U and V belongs to Pn, polynomial of degree n. Then we shall verify the first condition, that is D of U plus V. Since D is the transformation, we write D of U plus V. D of U plus V equal to, here it is defined like this, D of V is D by dt of V. Now it becomes D by dt of U plus V. But derivative of U plus V, we can write it as derivative of U plus derivative of V, that is D by dt of U plus D by dt of V. Now D by dt of U, here by this definition D by dt of V is D of V. So here we write it as D of U plus D of V. So first condition is satisfied. Now next condition is D of Cu, where C is a scalar. D of Cu, by the definition D of Cu, we write it as D by dt of Cu. So here it is D by dt of Cu. Since C is a scalar, when we differentiate with respect to T, this C is constant. We take C outside, we write it as C into D by dt of U. But D by dt of U is D of U. So we are getting D of Cu equal to C into D of U. Now D satisfied both the conditions for linear transformation. Hence we can say that D is a linear transformation. We will work out the second problem. Second question is, let I from V to R be the integral mapping I of V is equal to integration 0 to 1 V of t dt. Show that I is a linear transformation. Now here the function is defined like this, I of V is equal to integration 0 to 1 V of t dt. We shall verify the two conditions for linear transformation. We take U and V belongs to V. U and V belongs to V. Then the first condition, I of U plus V. By this definition, I of V equal to 0 to 1 V of t. So I of U plus V is integration 0 to 1 U of t plus V of t dt. But integration of U of t plus V of t, here we can split this and integrate. That will be integration 0 to 1 U of t dt plus integration 0 to 1 V of t dt. But integration 0 to 1 U of t dt is I of U. So here we write it as I of U. Next term is I of V. that is I of u plus I of v. So first condition is verified. Now let us see the next condition. Second condition is I of a into v, where a is any scalar. So I of a into v equal to integration 0 to 1. Here we write it as a into v of t dt. But since a is a scalar, when we integrate, we can take a outside. It becomes a into integration 0 to 1 v of t dt, or it is a into I of v. So both the conditions are satisfied for linear transformation. So we say that I is a linear transformation. We will solve the next problem. Question number 3. Let f v of r to v2 be a mapping f of x equal to 3x 5x. It is defined like this. F of x equal to 3x, 5x. Then show that f is a linear transformation. Here also we shall verify the two conditions for linear transformation. First we take x1, x2 belongs to v. Now we shall find f of x1 plus x2. By the definition, we write f of x1 plus x2 as 3x, that is 3 of x1 plus x2, 5 into x1 plus x2, or it is 3x1 plus 3x2, 5x1 plus 5x2, or we write it as 3x1, 5x1 plus 3x2, 5x2. When we add this, we are getting this. Now here, by this definition, f of x equal to 3x, 5x. Now it becomes, this becomes f of x1, and next term is f of x2. So we have proved that f of x1 plus x2 equal to f of x1 plus f of x2. So first condition is verified. Now we will check the next condition for linear transformation, that is f of ax. F of ax is 3 into ax, 5 into ax, where a is a scalar. Here it is 3ax, 5ax, but we can take a outside. It becomes a into 3x, 5x, that is a into 3x, 5x is f of x. This proves that f of ax is a into f of x. So both the conditions are satisfied. We say that f is a linear transformation. Then next question, it is question number 4. Show that the mapping f from v2 to v2 defined by f of xy equal to x plus 6, y plus 2 is not linear transformation. Here also we shall verify the condition. If the conditions are satisfied, then we say that it is linear transformation. Otherwise, it is not a linear transformation. Let x1, y1, x2, y2 belong to v2 and find f of x1 plus x2, y1 plus y2. F of x1 plus x2 is here x1 plus x2. By this definition, f of xy is x plus 6, y plus 2. Here it becomes x1 plus x2 plus 6, y1 plus y2 plus 2. We'll take it as equation 2. Now we will find f of x1, y1 plus f of x2, y2. F of x1, y1 is x1 plus 6, y1 plus 2. Then plus f of x2, y2 is x2 plus 6, y2 plus 2. That is, when we add this, it is x1 plus x2 plus 12 and y1 plus 2, y2 plus 2, that is y1 plus y2 plus 4. Take it as equation 2. Here these two are not same. So the condition fails. We can say that f is not a linear transformation. Now let us understand the definition of kernel of T and image of T, linear transformation T. Suppose T is a linear transformation from V to W. Then the kernel of T is given by, kernel of T is set of all V belongs to V such that T of V equal to 0, where 0 belongs to W. This is a kernel of linear transformation. The kernel of T is also known as null space of T. Next, we shall understand the definition of image of T. The image of T is set of all W belongs to W such that W can be written as W is equal to T of V for some V belongs to V. Next, we shall see rank and nullity of a linear transformation. The dimension of image T is called the rank of T. That is, the rank of T is the dimension of image of T, and the nullity of linear transformation T, the nullity of the linear transformation is the dimension of kernel of the transformation. And we have the result. Let V and W be vector spaces over R and T be a linear transformation from V to W. Now, if V is a finite dimensional, then rank of T plus nullity of T gives dimension of V. Rank plus nullity gives dimension of V. This is known as rank nullity theorem.